Did you know that gladiators rarely died in battle? That daylight savings time was originally intended for bug collecting? And that the man who created the Headless Horseman also invented Santa Claus? Learn the truth behind these and much more in my new book, Facts That Aren't True. Link in the description.
We're not going to be able to see the curvature because we're so small.
Too big.
We just got to imagine it, right, bro?
Prove stellar parallax is too big. You can't prove the curvature.
No, we already know. We already know how big the Earth is.
It's too big. Can't prove center of gravity.
A flat earther has never been told it's too big. Never once happened.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about cells on the skin, we can't see them. That's how small we are compared to the Earth. We are 1 inch on the Earth compared to 3,900 miles, even a little bit more than that. We're not gonna be.
Or whatever.
What's up?
Flat Earth isn't. I did a AutoCAD thing where, like, literally, like, if you scroll up in the chat, hang on, I'll just repost it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you did a reification. That's awesome, brother. You're
it's a 2D profile.
Yeah, it's called a reification,
with
dude.
AutoCAD. No, it's a 2D.
Yeah, you
profile
think it's a ball, and you fucking paint a ball, and then you fucking
Yes.
reify it.
Making
Literally
models is
scale.
reification.
I'm gonna go and mute like the 50-year-olds. He's just insulting people. That's not how we
You
speak
mute
to each
people on
other.
this channel, dude. You get fucking
And
muted,
you
man.
fan. And you are a fan.
It's never good to be disingenuous. You sent it in the side chat?
And you are a fan.
So, like, literally, like a human, 2 meters, you can't even find them in that one. And I got a zoomed-in picture of it. Hang on, I just gotta find it in AutoCAD.
You won't be able to see a human from any point
And you
of,
are
like...
fan. Are you there?
If you had, like, a telescope with satellites, that's fine. But I don't think people understand what would happen if the Earth was flat. Gravity will only be centered to one point, keeping the Earth stable. We would not be able to rotate around the sun. And let's just say, if people do believe that Earth is what everything revolves around, we're too small for that. The sun is the correct size for the amount of planets that orbit around it to stay in place, but if everything orbited around us, we would scatter. There's not enough gravitational pull to pull the sun towards the Earth. And if it was, the sun will be hurtling towards the Earth.
Well, that's if you appeal to the relative physics and laws of motion and whatever that applies to the worldview that you hold. Because there's a completely different set of motions and laws of whatever the fuck that flat earthers appeal to.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make any sense. First of all, one question that a flat earther could never answer. Yeah, I mean, they just say that they make sense, but one question that a flat earther will never answer is what's behind the ice wall or what's under the Earth. I asked them this so many times, and I couldn't even get one straight answer. They just give me an answer that keeps on branching out to different reasons that just don't correlate to anything that they say.
Yeah, you're asking for
Listen, I don't rebuke the option that the Earth could be flat, but the way that the Earth looks, it just wouldn't make any sense. Because we already know gravity exists. The reason why gravity exists, it's because the curvature of the Earth and the fact that it has to do with space-time. There's no explanation for gravity. There's no explanation on the difference between us floating out in space and it being a vacuum and the Earth pulling us towards the Earth. It's just gravity.
I has no idea what
the best explanation that a Harvard grad would give you, it's because it's pulled from space-time.
Dropping
That's about it.
And then it goes straight
but
up.
If I was to tell you that if the Earth was flat, gravity would pull everything towards the center, because gravity can't hold a flat surface. It would curve that surface immediately. If Earth was flat and it was already flat and gravity just appeared out of nowhere, it would literally create a donut.
A sphere conserves energy the best. That's why water droplets are spherical, and gravity does the same thing. Now, I get that a flat earther rejects gravity, so I mean, you can't just tell them if Earth was flat, gravity would blah, blah, blah. But you'd want to ask them, why do things fall down, for example?
Why do they?
Yeah, no.
Because
they're always like, but what about the wind?
We have an explanation, but if you reject it, then I need your
what's your explanation, brother?
Gravity.
Gravity.
Just don't insult people while you're explaining it. Don't call people a moron or anything. Speak it genuinely. Don't speak disingenuously.
What causes gravity?
Massive objects warp space around them. This has been known for over 100 years.
So is there an experiment that proves that?
Yeah, Arthur Eddington and I don't know who the people that went to South America, but they took photographs of stars behind the edge of the sun, bending space-time around them. And the formulas for gravity universally work all the time, extremely well.
Gravity, bend light, yes or no?
Yeah.
All right, prove it.
I literally just gave you an example.
We have observed it.
Also, let me ask you this: Why are meteors able to get so close to the Earth but go around it? It's because the atmospheric pressure keeps it from actually hitting the surface of the Earth. Unless it's strong enough to pass the ozone, it's not going to enter our atmosphere.
Like you're parroting stuff that you read in a book, dude. You don't know these facts, man.
If it's directed at an
That's
angle,
how humans accumulate knowledge in general.
I get that part, man. I totally get that.
I mean,
okay.
If flat earthers completely convey the distrust that they have in like Aristotle and Pythagoras to where we can't take geometry into effect, but it's the study that not everything has to revolve around the Earth, and the Earth isn't flat. I mean, if you go into a plane, it's curved.
Who worships the
plane
government?
It's not, dude. Like, why you lie, man? Why can't you just tell the truth?
Bro, this dude is like theorizing stuff.
You can't see it, man.
Can't see what?
Curvature from the plane.
You can see forward and backward curvature.
You can if
clearly.
you're on the runway.
Uh-huh.
Someone just texted me to unmute them.
The plane, dude.
The horizon is the top of the curve. It's the hump that is the curvature of the Earth.
And so you're told, but when we look at a horizon, it's flat and level, dude, and straight.
I didn't say, I said forward and backward. I didn't say left to right. So if you were to be on a bridge, whatever, dude. Right? If you were to be on a bridge, you can't see the people on the other side.
You're on a globe, you're curving every way, right?
If you were on a bridge, you couldn't see things on the other side because the hump of the bridge obscures it. So if somebody held a giant circle on the other side of the bridge and then gradually lowered it down, you would see the exact same effect that a sunrise or a sunset produces, for example. Now, we can just forget about that, but go to the ocean and look at the horizon, and what you see is a sharp line.
I got you, Peter.
That is exactly consistent with the Earth curving away from you. A flat Earth, we know that the atmosphere distorts at very great distances. So if the Earth were flat, then the horizon should look like what it looks like when it's foggy outside. It gradually obscures, and there's no and there's no point where you can't see it any longer.
Planet.
Trying to digress your eyesight and what the camera can see compared to like a telescope and what these scientific figures actually ended up analyzing from rockets, balloons, planes, different things. It's unheard.
He's gonna fucking
it's disingenuous, and I'm gonna keep on saying that word, Reeves. You're not proving anything by showing us a picture of where you are. I mean, if it looks flat, then it's not always flat.
I'm just trying to put an image to Planet Peterson's words.
Yeah, I can see a sharp horizon. If the Earth were flat, then the horizon and the sky wouldn't meet at a point. They would blur into each other.
All right, so would you tell me yes or no?
Therefore it's flat, guys. Totally 100%.
You know what my favorite part of that was? It was this.
Which
part? That was my favorite part of what just happened there.